Hey, fresh New England seafood and Italian flair is the idea behind Rococo, an Oklahoma City restaurant celebrating 20 years in the metro. Now the mastermind behind all that success is sharing why his motto is food is love. Here's this week's flavor of Oklahoma. Fresh East Coast fish with an Italian flair. That's what's on the menu at Rococo on Western.
It's a vibrant, fun place.
There we go. Enjoy, folks. All right, enjoy.
Bruce Rinehart grew up in Connecticut, worked in Boston for years, and has called Oklahoma home since 2003.
I'm Okie-fied. So I'm here, that's it.
Bruce, talk to me about Rococo. What sets it apart from everywhere else?
20 years ago, we brought a real flavor and flair of New England to Oklahoma. A lot of fresh fish, a lot of what we do back in New England, along with some Italian flavor and flair that was part of my makeup and growing up. And we were really welcomed back then and still are today, 20 years later.
Rinehart rebranded Rococo during the pandemic just to survive, and that decision has helped it thrive. For someone who's never been in Rococo before, how would you describe it to them?
Real fresh food, done very well, but very unpretentious. So when we reinvented, no tablecloths, no fancy uniforms, I didn't want any of that. I wanted a casual approach to a fine dining vibe.
What are some of the most popular dishes right now?
Any of the fresh fish we're bringing in. We have a catch of the day. That's me kind of poking fun at papados. So you can get your fish a number of different ways, some dirty rice, charred broccolini, and nice andouille sauce. Our fish stew is probably one of the most popular entrees, and then of course our crab cakes, legendary from Baltimore to LA. And here they are. These are Prince Edward Island mussels off the coast of Nova Scotia. Some of the best mussels you can possibly get. And these come down 3 times a week. So Chef Jason's heating his pan. He's gonna add some oil so you can caramelize the garlic. You want it just a little brown and nutty. So he's adding some chopped shallot. He's gonna add his mussels. And that actually helps to cool the garlic off a little. Now he's going to add some white wine, a little fresh chiffonade basil. He's going to add a little seafood stock, and you can see the beautiful mussels already starting to open up. Some fresh butter, because everything is better with butter. And then he's going to cover that, let them steam and bloom, and it's so New England. It's so classic. So he's plating the mussels, broth and everything. They're not overcooked. You have to be careful that you don't do that. They're plump, sweet, succulent. Way to go, Jay.
Way to go, Bruce.
All right, there you have it.
Here we go.
Oh,
It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all the flavors. That's amazing. Thank
Way to go,
you.
Jay.
Oh, it's so good. And the broth, oh my gosh. Great dishes and a staff that believes in what Bruce is doing.
Jason's been with me almost 30 years.
Yep.
Marlene, our Sue's been with us 20 years. GM's been with us 14. Our bar supervisor's been with us 14. Very little turnover, very family oriented.
Now he's leaning on that work family more than ever. He found out this year he has cancer.
We'll know some more in a couple of weeks. And we faced it head on, and we're doing what we got to do.
Bruce and his family wanted to keep it a secret, but realized that wouldn't work and started sharing his journey.
When I went through this first round of treatments, I did a little dance on social media, and I was dancing up the medicine at Stevenson Cancer Center. I had a gentleman, he's been a friend of the restaurant for almost 20 years. He was just diagnosed with the same cancer. So he called me, could we sit down? So I've done a lot of that. I've visited with different people. The folks at Stevenson are wonderful. And, we're still going through the journey.
You look fabulous.
Bruce wants to keep things positive. He's pouring his love into his food at Rococo. He appreciates all the customers who have supported his restaurant over the years.
Each and every single guest means the world to us, so that food needs to be on point every single time.
Cheers, everybody. Bam.
Oh, that's awesome. We love Bruce and all the things they're doing at Rococo, and we appreciate him opening up and sharing that part. He does want to keep things positive. He said, don't feel sorry for me, but just keep showing him love at the restaurant and all the folks that he employs there.
I've known him for probably
time.
almost 20 years, and the thing I love about him that He does so much for people who can't afford food, and it's kind of, he doesn't brag about it at all, but he cares about everyone so much. I just love that man. I love his Italian spirit. We kind of have that paisan thing going. And I love that your segment is now the flavor of Oklahoma.
Did you guys notice that?
Yes.
So we kind of rebranded. We're going with flavor of Oklahoma, which is perfect because it kind of, the flavor could be the culture, the vibe, the scene, the people, the food.
Right.
So it's kind of all encompassing. So flavor of Oklahoma from now on.
I think this has been one of my favorites
Good,
today. Thank
good.
you so much,
Absolutely.
Lacey.
Yeah, go visit Rococo.